Imagine waking up tomorrow and discovering that the thing responsible for almost every stress in your life, your job, your bills, your deadlines, your rent, your anxiety about the future, was all caused by a decision humans made 12,000 years ago. A decision so important that it completely changed what it meant to be human. History calls it the birth of civilization. But what if it was actually the day humans invented sadness? For almost 300,000 years, humans lived as hunter-gatherers. They didn't have offices, taxes, landlords, or alarm clocks. Their lives weren't easy. There were dangers everywhere. But they lived in small tribes, surrounded by people they knew their entire lives. When they were hungry, they hunted. When resources ran low, they moved. They owned very little, but they also had very little to lose. There was no pressure to become richer than your neighbor because your neighbor wasn't competing with you. Survival was difficult, but life was simple. Researchers studying modern hunter-gatherer societies have found something surprising. These communities often worked far fewer hours than we assume. Food was shared. Status was earned through generosity, not wealth. And because everyone depended on everyone else, loneliness was almost impossible. You were never just an individual. You were part of something larger than yourself. And then, around 12,000 years ago, something strange happened. Humans discovered they could plant seeds, stay in one place, and grow their own food. But this wasn't really a discovery, it was a response to crisis. As the last ice age ended, the large animals humans depended on began disappearing. Wild food sources became unreliable. Populations had grown just enough that the old hunting grounds could no longer support everyone. Farming wasn't humanity's brilliant leap forward. It was a desperate solution to a world that was running out of options. At first, farming seemed like a miracle. More food meant fewer hungry days. Families grew larger. Villages became towns. Towns became cities. It looked like humanity had finally won its war against nature. But hidden inside that success was a trap nobody noticed. The moment humans settled down, land became valuable. And when land became valuable, ownership was born. For the first time in history, one person could have more than another. Some people accumulated fields while others worked them. Wealth appeared. Status appeared. Inequality appeared. Humanity had gained abundance, but it had also created comparison. And the damage wasn't just social, it was physical too. Skeletal evidence from early farming communities shows something disturbing. Average height actually decreased. Some studies show men shrinking by over 10 centimeters compared to their hunter-gatherer ancestors. Teeth, once strong from a varied diet, began rotting from a diet now dominated by a single starchy crop. Diseases that never existed before began appearing, because for the first time, humans were living closely packed together, alongside the animals they had domesticated. Smallpox, measles, influenza. Many of history's deadliest diseases trace their origins to this exact moment. And comparison changed everything. Hunter-gatherers worried about today's meal. Farmers worried about next month's harvest. What if the rain never came? What if insects destroyed the crops? What if another group stole the land? Suddenly, survival wasn't just about today anymore. It was about the future. Humans began living in a world filled with uncertainty, planning, and fear. The brain that evolved to solve immediate problems was now forced to imagine disasters months or years ahead. In many ways, anxiety became a survival tool. As settlements grew larger, another problem emerged. In small tribes, almost everyone knew each other, but cities were different. Thousands of strangers lived side by side. Social hierarchies became more complex. Kings ruled over peasants. Armies protected resources. Taxes funded governments. People worked longer hours than many hunter-gatherers ever had. Researchers estimate the average workday actually increased once farming took hold, not decreased. Civilization created incredible achievements: writing, science, architecture, technology, but it also created systems that demanded constant labor. Humanity was building wonders, but many people spent their lives carrying the stones. The strange part is that farming didn't just change society, it changed how humans saw themselves. Before civilization, your value came from being part of a group. After civilization, your value increasingly depended on what you owned, what you produced, and where you stood in the hierarchy. Success and failure became personal. For the first time, large numbers of people could look at others and feel behind. The seeds planted in ancient fields eventually grew into something much larger. Ambition, envy, pressure, and the endless pursuit of more. Of course, civilization wasn't a mistake. Without agriculture, there would be no cities, no medicine, no books, no internet, and probably no video you're watching right now. Farming gave humanity its greatest achievements. But every breakthrough comes with a cost. The same system that allowed us to build skyscrapers also made millions of people stare at ceilings at 3 in the morning worrying about the future. The same civilization that connected the world also created loneliness on a scale our ancestors could never imagine. So maybe humans didn't invent sadness in a single moment. Maybe sadness grew slowly, alongside our crops. Maybe the day we planted the first field was also the day we planted the first seeds of stress, anxiety, comparison, and dissatisfaction. Civilization gave us everything we have today. But sometimes it's worth asking a strange question. Did we create civilization, or did civilization create us? The greatest invention in human history may have also been the beginning of humanity's longest struggle, the search for happiness.